So welcome back once again, guys, to Mystic by Colette, a channel dedicated to helping you empower yourself, change your story, and claim your I am. I am Colette Mesdag, and I'm the creator of Mystic Empowerment Cards. This week's card reading theme is Finding My Path, which was suggested to us by one of our followers. And Wob Lady, thank you very much. I will be sending you your card reading gift in your email box on the 15th of this month, at the same time as I send out my Card of the Month Club members readings. Now we're going to get to the reading, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more face-to-face after that has happened. So here we are, ready for this week's reading, and the theme is Find Your Path. Now this ties in nicely to last week's, which was about releasing, and we ended up speaking an awful lot about starting your adventure, because one of the cards was I am adventurous. So let's see what we get this week and how it all ties in. So for all intent and purpose, I believe it is a continuation. I am light is our first card. The phrase of I am light is the higher self glows eternal. So it is about seeking your inner light. So the whole thing about finding your path or finding your purpose possibly is about the seeking the inner light. And once that is uncovered for you, because it's there, it's not missing, it's not needing to be found, it just needs to be uncovered. So it's kind of like this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine message here that seems to be popping into my head. But it is important for everybody who's listening to know that this is not something that's actually missing in them. It's just you're not aware fully as to how to tap into it. So I want to mention the tree as part of this reading, and how it is, this particular card has a little bit of a fun angle going on to it. So that to me is saying that sometimes our path requires us to go the path of least resistance. So in this particular case, the tree wasn't able to go straight up, so it found an angle in which it could actually grow and thrive. So just trust that you're not necessarily always going to find a direct path, but follow your light, follow your inner guidance. Speaking of light, I think my light is flickering and it may go out shortly, but we'll see. Second card from the Journey deck is I Am Deserving. And it is a mother card, as indicated by the water symbolism in the corner. So the figure is masked and also looking into a mirror. And because of that, there feels like a bit of an oxymoron. I also want to point out that she is touching her heart. And so that is when you know in your heart that you are deserving and you can see yourself clearly for your value, then you are not going to feel lost. You're not going to feel like you don't have a purpose or don't have a path and a direction. So how to do that? Part of that is to take care of yourself. Part of that is to nurture yourself and guide yourself to doing things that serve your higher self. So there's that nice rich color to this one here. And I want to also mention, so that for those of you who are drawn to the energy of color, you may find that just softens and warms you up. I know it does me. I'm very much a brown person, in case you haven't noticed. Now the number is 25. So once again, those of you following in the guidebook or want to explore further with regards to the number meaning, and there's numerology and angel numbers, and definitely pay attention to what just jumps up for you when I say 25, okay? Could be something that is already known to you. Want to now just go to the third card and Didn't we have a ranger last week? Okay, so here's our ranger again coming up. So the ranger archetype has come up. This time he's in the north. Last week he was listening in the south. So north is about home. North is about shelter. North is about safety. It's, hunkering down. It's definitely speaking about once you are on the right path, you will feel like you're at home. You will feel at ease. You will feel protected and safe. The phrase is "I am leading," and the concept of leading here is, I believe the message in the guidebook says something to the effect of, is you used to follow and you felt safe, but leading now you can feel empowered. There's probably been many instances in your life, I know there has been in mine, where I've forgotten to listen to my heart and followed the guidances of people that may have not had my best interest in mind, or or were contra to what my higher purpose was. So I want to speak about that a little bit with regards to the leading component. I am leading is speaking about the fact that you do not have to follow anymore. You can be your own pathfinder. You can step onto your path with surety and clarity. And it is about following your heart. There is a light that is guiding you, and you just need to pay attention. You need to allow that to expand so that it's easier to follow. Think about it as maybe the North Star in your soul, and you can use that to be your point of empowerment, and allows you to really see clearly where you're going and what you're guided to do. So finding your path is the message of the week, and I believe these cards are very telling as to what a lot of people are feeling right now. Is either they're not able to see their light, but they're seeking it, or have found it and are now trying to interpret that. But mainly is whether or not you feel like you deserve the path that you have been guided to follow. And you do deserve what the light is leading you to. That's the message for this week. Your path will be clear once you understand how much you deserve it. So join me in a few moments while we go back to the face-to-face, and I will show the cards closer up, and we'll talk a little bit more before we finish up today's reading. So I hope that was good for everyone, and that you got a little bit more clarity on finding your path and the ways, the tools that you can use for yourself. We're going to start briefly going through the cards a little bit closer up, because I know that in the reading you can't always see all the detail. Some of you are following along to the symbolism or details of the words, and that's going to help you. So I am light. Remember, light is inside you, and if you listen and pay attention, you will see it clearly. The second card from the Journey deck is a mother card, and represented by the water symbol on the corners. And once again, the mirror and the mask is an interesting combination, but pay attention to how you see yourself, okay? So that's part of finding your true path, is understanding that you do deserve it, and change how you see yourself. Listen to your heart. The third card from the Men of Magic deck is I am leading. In the north is the theme and the direction, keeping in mind that the North Star is what can guide you, and that North Star is represented by your inner light, okay? If you're new to this channel, I just want to remind you that you can book me for a card reading in person if you live in the Barrie area, or online otherwise. The other way to receive intuitive messages from me is to sign up for my Card of the Month Club, which means that you would get a card reading each month on the 15th of the month when I deliver these personalized messages. With regards to the cards themselves, they are available and they can be purchased through my website or in person here in my office. At this time, they are only available through me as I make them by hand. And if you have missed that video, go back and take a look at that video as to how they are made, because a lot of people were surprised to see how much labor and intensive love goes into each one of them. So I love doing these videos, and I appreciate all the suggestions and support that you provide. So make comments, subscribe, and share. If you enjoyed this, I'm sure you know other people who would love to hear similar messages. So once again, thank you. Thank you. Be light, everyone.